On November 11th and 12th, 2009, pediatric nursing experts from a variety of settings and backgrounds joined together to address issues impacting the profession and the quality of care provided to children, adolescents, and their families. At this historic meeting, 5 issues were identified as critical to the continued growth and support of quality health care to children and young adults. For each of these themes, innovative strategies have been proposed to strengthen pediatric nursing care to children throughout the country.
We also talked about focusing on ways to change the mindset about the importance of maintaining your professional practice and maintaining that lifelong learning.
The second theme was education. And in this theme, the group focused most of their strategies around developing curriculum standards that would include comprehensive pediatric nursing content for all graduates, so that nurses that complete basic nursing programs would have beginning expertise and competence in caring for children and their families. Success would be some national consensus-based standards for pediatric required by all undergraduate program. I love this one.
Our number one priority was to develop the national consensus-based, and we changed from standards to competencies because there are a scope of standards that are out there. And when we were talking about these competencies, we were talking about some really general competencies that go across all aspects of pediatric nursing. And so when you think about, they'll be defined by the group, but thinking along the lines of growth and development, fluid and electrolyte management, medication administration. So those are some of the things that we're thinking about. We also looked at advanced practice and mirroring how we did this first one and really looking at pulling another summit together with the stakeholders and looking at consistent core competencies across advanced practice, regardless of what your titling is.
I'm definitely intrigued by this national consensus-based standards of, or being able to predict that every basic RN student, as they enter a curriculum to prepare them to be registered nurses, that we would have a predictable understanding of what their level of knowledge would be about pediatrics at time of graduation, because I don't think that exists.
This is urgent. We need to develop those pediatric standards that all nurses must graduate with. We wanted to identify ongoing competencies that would probably come out of some of this basic work. From the initial basic competencies, this would be interdisciplinary, as we'd heard from some of the other comments that we received. Looking at what kind of resources we had. Are there online resources? Again, trying to develop a repository or a linkage of different resources that are out there for education. We talked about innovative techniques that we could use. We really wanted to focus on generational learning.
Success would be pediatric standards, graduates that have basic pediatric competencies and skills and a mechanism for maintaining it, and that regulatory agencies actually give recognition and require validation. Excellent.